All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second ever In It to Win It draft, this time for Season X. We're excited to get this thing underway. Doing it a little different this year. Instead of it being before the season, obviously we ran one race. So it's a little bit different this year, but still the same kind of thing. We're joined by Boyko Beat and Fry Dog, so we'll let them both get a word in here. Boyko, you got anything for us really quick?
Yeah, really glad to be here. Season 9 into Win It rookie last season, so I got the first season under my belt and have put together some mock drafts and such here to help join you guys tonight.
All right, Fry Dog, you got any words for us?
Yeah, thanks for letting me have me do this for the second time. Mr. Worldwide's in the house, and let's start this season next with a bang, right?
All right, with all that being said, we're not going to put anybody on the clock yet, but we're going to talk a little bit here about the draft. So we have a good amount of guys tonight with us. 12 guys able to be drafted tonight. So it should be a fun night. Um, there's some big names out there, like who's going to be the number one pick. Fifth constant last week. He won the first race of the season, so he's coming in looking pretty good. So in my opinion, he'd be the no doubt overall number one overall pick. Fry, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a great pick. He comes in with 1 point. There are, I think, four champions in the lobby or in the draft. Excuse me, with Tenacious and fifth, obviously, Deeds is a champion. He's an owner. Myself's champion. I think I'm missing one. Who am I missing, Boyko? Who's a champion in the draft?
Closing soon.
Closing soon.
All right. Well, the reason I didn't bring up Boyko right there is because we're actually going to look at some mock drafts that Boyko put together for us. Without further ado, we'll look at the first mock draft here that Boyko has put together for us. So, in his first mock draft, he's got fifth constant as the number one pick. That's a no doubter. And closing soon is the number two overall pick in this. Which the interesting thing about this is that closing soon said he's not going to be able to race every single race this season. So you're going to be getting some more points on there, but he's also so valuable to have. You guys can see it. We'll ask Boyko here. Boyko, what were your thoughts when making this mock draft?
Yeah, so this draft came out. It was right after we had done some of the practice races and had started planning this process. We didn't know that we would have a 4 round draft. So later on, we'll show some of the full drafts that I've got in the 4 round version. But we added some drivers midway through making this process. So there are some names here that will change based on the additions that were made in the last week or so. But one thing that we are pretty confident about, fifth constant going first overall. Gridlock has been saying that's going to be his guy. He would already have a guy locked into the championship and coming in with low points because one of the unique things about season 10 that we're doing this year, uh, last week at Atlanta was our first points paying race, and we're already seeing how that's going to possibly affect things here tonight with some having better finishes than others that are going to tack on to team leader points.
One more question I have about this mock draft right here. Obviously there's a lot of great names up there, but I can't help but look at the fact that you have Tenacious falling clear to the fifth overall pick. So what was the thought process with that?
Well, you'll see in the more recent ones, he's not at 5 because I think that that's a pick that Deeds might end up making at number 3, if not 4. So I believe that in this mock draft right here, based on what I saw from closing and Hot One at the Atlanta race. Hot One unfortunately lagged out, but he's a top prospect. I think he's possibly in it to win its next big thing. So I think Hot One falling to 4 or 5. If he goes past Deeds to the fifth spot, that would be a pretty bold move to let Shotgun have. So we'll see what happens here tonight, but it's a really uh, close top 5. There's a top tier that I think is going on here and to win it, but it's a really deep class. But the top 5, I think, are the tier that we're going to be looking at to see where are we going to shake out. It really could be valid anywhere 1 through 5. I feel like for a lot of these guys.
All right. Fry, what are your thoughts on this mock draft that he put together?
Looks pretty good. I mean, he's got the right. His power ranking is about comparable to mine. I see owners not maybe going with power rankings, but more who do they want to work with in this draft, and who do they actually want to, be on their team for practices or not practicing. But yeah, I mean, there's Tenacious could be one, closing fifth. I mean, you never know. Those are three champions, and I think they all have over 10 wins in it to win it.
All right, well, that's one mock draft out of the way. We'll go ahead and look at the second mock draft that Boyko made, an updated mock draft here. So, same thing. Yes, fifth constant and closing soon at the 1-2 positions. Again, I think that's a good choice right there. And then here is Tenacious showing up at number 3, which I agree with, because you got to remember Tenacious is a champion. And then I mean for Dynasty Motorsports, if this works out for them, you're getting Tenacious and that's a hot one. That's a pretty scary roster right there. So what were your thoughts on making this one here, Boyko?
Yeah, I think that Deeds is in a really good spot here, and he gets this double dip pick, and I have it written up in the summary. He really can't go wrong here because I'm pretty confident that fifth constant closing soon is going to be kind of what is going to happen at 1 and 2. But getting two out of the three of Tenacious, Hot One, and DD, or if closing were to fall somehow to 3, getting two of the top few guys back to back is just so important. So Deeds getting that third and fourth pick right there is a huge strength for him. It would be pretty crazy to see the talent of someone like that's a hot one go all the way down to 5, in my opinion, uh, with the raw speed and consistency that he showed last year. But like I said, it's a very top heavy, great 5 that we have. It's going to be just such a small margin between all 5 of those guys, and that's why there's going to be some fluctuation, I think, between these mocks at the top 5. And then for the back half of this draft, we don't see names like Foreign Fuel in that. We don't see uh, Honestly You're Bad. He's going to factor into this, and we have just a number of guys that are left off this mock right here just because it was a 3-round mock.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, we'll see the full version, how things might shake out.
And now Fry Dog. So I got a question for you on this mock draft. So with Deeds getting the back-to-back picks at 3 and 4, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Tenacious to me is a no doubter. But then you got Hot One and DD King, two guys that are excellent. Both had a win last season, got their first win last season. And I'd say that they're both right there. DD King almost won a championship last year. Don't forget, he was pretty much less than a second or a second away from winning a championship. So, I mean, would you pick Hot One or DD with your back to back pick there along with Tenacious?
Whew, man, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I already know who Deeds really wants to be on his team. I mean, any one of those guys are going to be a good, solid pick. You're going to get 2 of the 3, like you said. If 2 of those 3 slip to 5 and Deeds takes somebody we aren't talking about, then that's going to give Grid another top 5 driver at 6. So I don't see closing slipping past 3, right? For sure. Hot One can't slip past 5. I mean, and neither can Tenacious or Didi. I feel those are the guys that they're all. Then it's going to come down to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right?
All right, well, we got our third mock draft here. We have 2 more mock draft guys. So, looking at the third one, this one is also another three rounder. So, we got fifth constant, number 1 again. I feel like at this point you can tell fifth constant to us is just a no doubter number 1 pick. That's a hot one on this one, actually going at second, which is interesting because, I mean, here you look at it, closing dropping to the third pick, probably because of the attendance, is what I'm guessing makes that decision happen. So, I mean, but the one thing that sticks out to me on this one is if you look down a little further, you got Boyko beat ahead of Tenacious. So I got to ask here, Boyko, what makes you make it like that?
Well, so this is the one I was just thinking. What if the craziest kind of stuff happens in this draft, and whether we see some kind of trades or we see some kind of real big shakeup? I don't see someone like Tenacious falling all the way to 6. I really don't. That would be a huge mistake on the part of the owners, I think. Uh, but if things were to shake up a little bit, uh, I mean, it's always weird ranking yourself and putting me higher or lower. So I have ones where I'm all the way down at 7 or 8. I have ones where I went up to 5th, and I think that me being there as a part of practice very consistently throughout the week uh, could pay. Some people are paying attention to that, like ENA Shotgun. I was on his team last season, and I don't know that it might be a little bit of a reach to go me at 5, and I don't know that Tenacious would be the one to fall to 6. But if things shake up, maybe this is what happens.
All right, and Fry Dog, we'll ask you this question. So, I don't know a lot about Quick One and Four and Fuel, some of these rookie guys. So, do you got any information you could let me know about these guys?
So quick one is cut from Custom League. Really, I mean, it's in his name. He's quick. He's learning these presets. He's going to be fast. He's going to be good. He's an old head like me. I think he's 45 years old, maybe. So
45.
brings yeah, 45. If I looked at his bio today, so and he seems real calm and got good demeanor and likes to joke around and not just be all serious all the time. I mean, he's fast. He's going to make great moves, but I see him sneaking into the second round.
All right, well, this should be interesting to see. We got one more mock draft, guys, and then we'll start the clock for the first pick. So, final mock draft here. I just want to clarify really quick where it says NA, that is supposed to be Fry Dog's name, but there was a little bit of miscommunication with me and Fry Dog in this draft. So, that's Fry Dog's name in the NA spot, just so you guys know. But in this one, you got the fifth constant closing soon, top two. And then you got D.D. King, who was last season's number one overall pick, sitting in the third spot right there. And, I think that's a good spot. It's just tough, though, with you got Tenacious and Hot One. But the one thing to look at here is that you got Quick One jumping over Boyko Beat to take over that sixth spot here. So, Boyko, I mean, out of all four of these mock drafts you made, ignoring the fact that the first, like, just looking at the picks that you actually got to choose in it, ignoring the fact that the first three were just 3 rounds, which one of these mock drafts do you think is going to be most accurate?
I think it's this one right here. I think that Quick One, after showing what he did at Vegas this week, like he won a practice race and he got a top 5 at Atlanta. I helped push him to that. That was after a spin that he took early in that race in the 41 car. So I think Quick One is definitely going to be a threat in this league. He's going to be a huge boost to whoever takes him, and I have that as gridlock here. I had that pretty consistently with him at 7, but who knows? He could jump even higher than 7. I would not be shocked at all with the kind of speed that he's shown over the last couple times we've run with him. So I think that the Quick One is someone to watch out for as a sleeper that could vault himself into the second round for sure. And then honestly, you're bad as well. Haven't had as many reps with him, but the guys that have been around him and coming from the custom league, like he's won wherever he's been, so he's gonna be one of the higher rookies drafted in this class, and I think that him and Quick One are gonna be a tandem to watch out for in this rookie class and rookie of the year for sure.
All right, well, Fry Dog, I mean, we're getting closer to the number one overall pick, so really quick, let's just hear you say it. Who's your number one overall pick, Fry?
Fifth constant. We've heard it all week. I mean, if I want to be right, I got to go with fifth. I mean, is the power rankings for right now? He is the number one overall pick
I agree.
with winning last week.
All right, and I mean, with all that said, the timer is officially started. You got rubber to asphalt racing on the clock right now. So, Fry, obviously with my little thing, your face is kind of covered up right now. I could try to. I have one of two things I could do here. I could keep it like this, or I can have it to where like it focuses on whoever's talking. What do you guys think would be best? Think it's fine how it is, or do you think I should switch it?
You can maybe do the focus on whoever's talking. We'll try that, and if we like the first one better, we can switch it back.
All right. All right. So let's see if the focus on whoever's talking even works, because right now it's kind of. Hold on a second. See if I can figure this stuff out. Maybe it'll just focus on certain people. I don't know. We might have to switch it back. I guess I wasn't prepared for the fact that my board on the bottom was too big, but we got the number one overall pick. Uh, we're waiting for the pick to be in. Hopefully they know they're on the clock right now. So we're just gonna sit here and wait. But I mean, I'd definitely say it's going to be fifth constant number one overall pick. I said it after last week's race actually. So number one pick is in. The pick is in now. So I mean, This is it, guys. The number one pick in the draft. After last weekend's race, I figured it would solidify Fifth Constant as the number one pick, the two-time champion. We'll see if that's what happens, or maybe closing jumps him or something, or maybe like that's a hot one showed something that Grid likes and he picks him. So without further ado, here's the number one overall pick. With the first pick in the season X in it to win it draft, second ever draft, rubber to asphalt racing. Sorry, selects Fifth Constant from Farmville, Virginia. Fifth Constant is the number one overall pick in this year's draft. So congratulations to Fifth Constant here, Boyko. Let's get your input here. What's your thoughts on Fifth Constant and number one right here?
Well, it's what we've been preparing for the last week right here. Fifth Constant. He beat your favorite driver at Atlanta last week, so he's off to a good start this season after the fuel-saving victory at Atlanta. And what a way to rebound after just piling up one win that last season. So he's a short track ace, and here he is. Let's get Fifth Constant in here.
We have him in here now. Fifth, you got a copy? We'll give him a second, guys.
I got you.
All right. Well, Fifth Constant, number one overall pick here. Congratulations. You're pick number one this season. How does it feel to, come from being a team owner and not having a chance to get pick number one to coming in and being number one pick?
Yeah, it was kind of a big step for me to step away from being a team owner. Last season didn't go very well for our team, but I'm glad that I'm able to, race with Grid. We have been teammates in the past. We work really well together, so I'm really happy to be on Rubber to Asphalt. I think that's really cool. I'm ready to get season 10 underway. Yeah, and the draft is just so exciting. It's great. Love it.
All right, Boyko, you got any questions here for Fifth Constant?
What do you think the vibe is, and what kind of momentum do you have after getting that first win out of the way? It took halfway through the season to get it off your chest last year at Richmond, but now you don't have to worry about it. Your championship secured. How does that feel?
Yeah, it really is a huge weight off my shoulders. Now we can just kind of go out here and win. We can take risks. We can just go for good finishes. We don't have to worry about, hey, I have to win. So it's it's less stress. It's big to come into the draft too, already having a win. So it really kind of solidifies everything. So I'm glad that I can take that value of a win into a team like Grids. That means a lot. Um, yeah, me and Grid work really well together. I'm looking forward to this a lot.
Friedog, you got any questions here for Fifth?
You're muted, Fry.
Yeah, you know what you're doing, don't you? I just, I just want to congratulate you on being the number one pick, buddy. Good job. Go
Thanks,
get 'em.
Worldwide. Appreciate
Yep.
it. Will do.
All right, so Fifth, one more question here, really quick. Sorry. Um, you have to pick your number. I mean, we really don't have to ask this question, but we might as well ask it anyways. What number are you picking this season?
You know what? Every race I've ever won has been the 11. And I was kind of thinking maybe it's time for a change, But then I thought again, we're going to run it back in the 11.
That's what I think you should do. So, good choice right there. And good luck this upcoming weekend here at Las Vegas.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, so first overall pick right there, Fifth Constant. That will officially bring us to the second overall pick coming up here. So we're gonna have All In Motorsports on the clock now here, and I mean, this is where it starts to get a little questionable. Boyko, you have closing here on a lot of your mock drafts. So do you think he takes closing, or what are you thinking here?
I think that will be the pick because, I mean, these are the two front runners from last year that have a chance to pair up at really no cost, no extra stuff to get them on a team together. You got one as a captain, and you've got one that's going to be available at two. Closing, not going to be available for every race, and that's the only reason he wasn't probably a number one option right there. because he'll be there enough to be eligible for the championship when he will probably inevitably get a win this year because he's Mr. Top Three every race, like so consistent. Not much more you can say about closing other than that he's going to be there contending for every race, and he's not going to take himself out of any races. So it's going to be hard to pass up someone with the talent of closing soon.
Well, the question for me, and I'll ask you this, Fry, with closing soon, when he said he's not going to be able to show up to every race, uh, does that make you? Do you think there's any chance here that he drops because of that?
Well, he said he's going to make 9 of 12 to be championship eligible. If he starts getting in the groove and enjoying himself, he's way competitive. He's going to miss it only if he really has to miss. He's not going to just. He's dedicated. I feel he'll be here more than the 9 of 12 races. Just quote me.
All right. Well, the pick is in here, so we're gonna have the second overall pick coming up right here, and it's a juicy one, guys. So, for the second overall pick here in the Season X draft, All In Motorsports selects closing soon. So he does get selected at number 2 right here, and that makes Boyko 2 for 2 here on his leaderboard or on his mock draft. So, Boyko, what's the thoughts on this pick right here?
I think it's the right pick. You've got a guy that has front of the pack speed. He's not just specializing on one circuit. Like he's going to be competitive at the short track, at the road course, at the mile and a half, the 2 mile. There's nothing that's too big for closing soon, and I think that he'll be a factor as always for any to win a championship this year.
All right, Fry, what are your thoughts on this pick?
Mr. Tom Brady, right? Retire and come back. I mean, it's the right pick. You can't let closing slip to 3 with Deeds, and then it's the right pick. Those two are going to really work really well together. They're going to be racing on the same team. It's almost going to be like when closing had fifth. I feel, now closing and shotgun. That's an unstoppable pair.
Mm-hmm.
I have shotgun as my number 1 power ranking in the whole league, and to get a 2 because closing is 2, 1, 2, the best 2 racers in the league on the same team, in my power ranking is unbelievable.
Well, closing soon from Cincinnati, Ohio, 22 years old, claims that he met Joe Burrow, or that he sold Joe Burrow a car, so we'll get to that in a second. But first, we'll ask you, closing here, how does it feel to be the second overall pick here in the In-It-To-Win-It draft coming out of retirement?
It feels good. How do I
Feet picks.
swap my thing? Oh, there we go. Oh, hey. There we go.
All right, well,
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. It's good to be back in the league. I thought I wasn't going to race here, but we're back, I guess.
we are back. You are back, and I wasn't expecting it, and all of a sudden the day of it happens. It's good to have you back here. So, you're going to be racing with Shotgun this season. You guys have raced together before, so how excited are you to get back at that?
It's good. That's kind of where he started on my team, and I kind of took him under my wing. So now he's doing returning the favor. So it's good.
All right, well, Boyko will send it to you for questions you got.
So obviously, the only reason that this probably wasn't the number 1 pick is the attendance that you said it's going to be probably 9 of 12 races that you're here for to stay championship eligible. Do you think number 2 is the right spot for you to go?
Yeah. I'm gonna try my best to make as many as I can. Obviously, I've been busy, but when I set my mind to something and I agree to do something, I do everything in my power to do it. Because that's what I'm asked to do. I don't do anything, half-assed. So I'm gonna do my best.
All right, Fry, you got anything?
I'm so glad you're racing there, buddy, Mr. Closing. We haven't talked in a while, but I'm glad you're coming back. And I know for a fact if you can race on a Saturday night and you'll be there. You aren't just going to limit yourself to 9, 12 races, but if you're available, you're going to be there. And I really think you and Shotgunner shocked the world. That's an unbelievable start to a team, man. You guys are right now the front runners, I feel. Even,
All right, well,
with maybe having a points deficit.
closing. I gotta ask. You put in your info that you sold a car to Joe Burrow. Is that true or is that cap?
It is true, and I have the pay stub. I'll have to get it. I'll post it in the Discord. That's the only thing I'm allowed to post is my pay stub because I'm not allowed to disclose anything about it because I signed a contract to do so, and I wasn't allowed to ask for photos. So between you and me, you're probably sitting there saying this guy's a lying POS.
I can believe you.
And you know what? I would probably think the same thing. But as long as I can provide the pay stub and show you I got paid on the deal with his name, I would think that that's pretty good proof.
Was it directly to him? Like, was it him
It
himself or was it his agent?
it was. It was. I delivered the car to him, and I showed him how to work the car and went through the car with him. It was pretty cool. And yeah, just an unforgettable experience. He was in the driver's seat and I was in the passenger. And
Are
I
you
just
able
kind of
to
showed him everything in the car.
Are you able to tell us what kind of car it was?
It was a Cadillac. It was an electric Cadillac.
All right. Well,
Cadillac Lyric.
just had to ask a little bit, and also I like the hat, but this team right here is where it's at. All right.
No, you can't go against them this year, dude. There's no way. This team is actually going to be unstoppable this year. The amount of youth,
Yeah,
it's
I
unreal.
guess. I mean, I'm rooting for him, but yeah, I gotta root with this Padres. But congratulations on getting the second overall pick. We'll see what you can do this weekend in Las Vegas.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing who my teammates are, and I appreciate Shotgun. It's always fun to race against him. Last season we had our differences, but it's always good to see that he's a true competitor, and he still knows how to make the right decision and who to draft. So
All right. Well.
good. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
We get his number.
All right. So, oh shoot, yeah. Good thing you reminded me.
He's probably going to be the number one. I'll just say he's going to be the watermelon man.
Sorry, I forgot. Good thing you were on that, Boyko. I got too caught up asking him about Joe Burrow. Closing. Sorry.
Okay.
What number are you gonna be this season?
Oh, that's a tough one. You know, in real NASCAR, there's one man that gives everyone fits, right? He's always in the way. He's always driving too aggressive. He hates the damn 11 car. I mean, it's just perfect. It really is perfect.
Probably fairly safe to guess that he's going with the number one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one and race Chastain, and I think I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive this year. And I say that every year, but this year I actually mean it. I don't really care about anyone's feelings on the track. I like you all, but we're going for it.
All right. So he's got the one car. Thank you, closing.
Yep.
All right. So Dynasty Motorsports is officially on the clock here. We've got 2 picks done, and Boyko is 2 for 2 right now on most of his mock drafts, actually. So with the 3rd pick coming up here, could we see a 3 for 3 right here for Boyko? Fry, we got 2 picks in so far. We got 2 good drivers off the board, but there's a lot of good drivers still out there. Who do you think Deeds goes for here?
I already know, so I shouldn't say anything. But I'm going to be 3 for 3 myself.
Boyko, you got any? Who do you think he goes with here?
I think just with the team fit, I think that this will be Tenacious at 3 here. It would be my guess. And I would think that you would pair Tenacious with D.D. King if I had to go out on a limb. So those are who I expect to go 3-4. The order of it really doesn't matter since it's both Deeds making the pick, but that's where my head is going for what Deeds is doing here.
Well, I don't know the pick, like Fry said. I actually don't know it. So I'm going to go with Tenacious as well. I think, Tenacious being more of an in-it-to-win-it veteran guy now, Deeds is going to find that appealing and that he's a champion and a team champion. And I think he definitely goes Tenacious here, so we'll have to see and find out. I believe the pick is in here, so without further ado, the pick is in. 3rd overall pick in the draft coming up here in a second, guys. Let me just confirm really quick. All right, so the pick is in. We've got the pick, and with the 3rd pick in the Season X in a twin draft, Dynasty Motorsports selects D.D. King. So D.D. King is going to be going off the board here, and this one kind of surprises me a little bit, so I'll send it over to you again, Boyko. What's your thoughts with this pick right here?
Yeah, I mean, this guy was like a foot away from winning the championship. He was there in the last corner in season 9. He was the season opener at Michigan. He was the winner for that. So he lived up to number one. If only it wasn't for Shotgun going right behind him and getting so many wins. So Didi is a fantastic racer, and I enjoy racing with him every chance I get to. So I think this is a solid pick right here. He's going to be up there contending pretty much every race. Like, there's no way to go wrong here if you take one of these top 5 depth chart guys.
And Fry Dog, what's your thoughts on this pick right here?
Yeah, he's the one to he should be go right there. But Deeds went out. He got 20 points right coming into this race. So that's a high pick for someone like that, and I think that's exactly what Deeds wants. He wants DD. Last year he got on team with Fifth Constant. Probably wasn't much leadership, and Deeds is going for 6-time team owner. So that's going to be a good combo. I think Didi's going to benefit from being on Deeds' team.
Well, Didi King is, as we see, we'll pull it back up here. Didi King is a 20-year-old from Florida, and he claims Kyle Busch is the GOAT, and I'm not going to argue that. So we got Didi in here right now. Didi, you get picked to Dirty Deeds team. Deeds had a lot of experience as a team owner. How excited are you for this opportunity?
I'm stoked. I'm very excited. Working with Deeds is something that I've kind of wanted to do for a little bit, and yeah, I'm really excited for the season.
Well, you got to win last season. You were so close to winning a championship. Being that close to the championship last year, does it make you want it even more this season?
For sure, definitely, yeah. I of course want to win, more races than I did last year, and my commitment last year wasn't the
Yeah, do you
wasn't the
guys have it?
greatest, but yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you at least.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, this season I definitely want to win more races. Definitely want to win the championship, of course, but especially after the end of last season, I want to come back and definitely do better.
Boyko, can you hear him? And can you hear us?
No, sorry, my
You
bad
can't.
for interrupting. I couldn't hear
No,
him.
you're fine. Do you have him muted on Discord? Like personally muted on
I
accident or
don't,
something?
I don't see that.
I'm not sure.
That's what I was
Well,
checking on because I didn't see that I have him muted. But
I would have sent it to Fry Dog then. Fry, you got any questions here for Didi?
Yeah, DD, congratulations on your pick, first round, Dirty Deeds' team. Do you feel this is a surprise for you going third, starting with 20 points and missing one race, and maybe you might miss other races? Are you surprised with Deeds' pick here at 3 with you?
Honestly, no, because I know what I'm capable of. And that now that I know I'll make more races than last year, I'm definitely gonna work my ass off and try to kick as much ass as I can this season.
Right on. I had you at 3, buddy, even though I had insiders, but I am 1 for 3 or 3 for 3 now on the pick. So
Appreciate it.
go get them this year. I'm rooting for you. I picked you last week to win the championship. I don't know if you watched the stream, but
I
when I was in the
did.
booth
Thank you.
going, you are my prediction to win the whole thing. So go get it and prove me right.
Will do. Appreciate it.
All right, well, Didi, I won't forget it this time, Boyko. Didi, what number are you going to pick this season? So far, we have had the number 11 and the number 1 taken.
I'll pick the 3 car.
The 3 car, so not the 18, not the 8, none of that.
No, I'll pick the 3 car.
All right, so he picks the 3 car here, and congratulations again, Didi, on the number 3 overall pick. Number 3 overall pick going to the 3 car actually here. So good luck this weekend in Las Vegas.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it.
Hey, Cohen, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Should we get the team owners' numbers so those numbers are off the table for guys coming in?
I was actually just thinking of that. I'm assuming
Yeah,
Deeds is the 8
'cause
car. I'm gonna
those 3 are
assume
the
I think
9, I think,
Deeds is the
and
8.
the 19.
Yeah, 8, 9, and 19. Yeah, that sounds right. All right, so Dynasty Motorsports is back on the clock here with the number 4 overall pick. So the beginning of round 2. Boyko, we got some good names on the table right here. That's a hot one that you could pair with Deeds and DD King. You also have Tenacious here that you could pair with DD King and Deeds. So out of those two, with that mix of drivers, which one of those two guys are you going with here, you think? Or is there somebody else you're going with?
Well, so if we're talking big time sleeper pick, quick one is probably the first rookie off the board from what he's shown. But I think that you have to kind of pair DD with Tenacious right here. I think that's just the team chemistry play to go with. Not that Hot One wouldn't be a good partner to have on any team. He's going to be fantastic wherever he lands. But I think that Tenacious is the pick right here.
And then what I'm gonna say here is, I mean, I agree with you. I'm going with Tenacious. Him and Hot One would both be good picks here. But like Didi and Tenacious, I believe they've been teammates before, and they were a good team. I believe they won a championship together as a team. And I would go with Didi here. So Fry, where would you go here?
Yeah, I got Tenacious going here too. Boyko just had him backwards, like he said. It could be 3 or 4, 4-3, just kind of like at 6 and 7. When you have back to back, it's kind of like 3A, 3B because you got a spot where you can take two of the drivers you want. Doesn't matter where you take them. So I think Tenacious goes here, and like you said, Tenacious and Didi. Didi came into this league because of Tenacious. Tenacious brought him in. They work really well together. They wanted to be on team again last year, and then we kind of broke it up and made a draft. They were trying to make a super team over there with Tenacious, Didi, and Shotgun at one time. And Didi, Tenacious, and Deeds, that's a good start to a season right there for sure.
All right, so the pick is in here, guys, and we're about to get it announced. This time, instead of me announcing it, we're gonna have Boyko Beat announce his first ever pick here and in it to win it. So we'll send it over to Boyko for the revealing.
All right, guys, with the first pick in the second round, the fourth pick overall in the Season 10 In It to Win It draft, Dynasty Motorsports selects Tenacious.
All right, and they go with
Tenacious is
Tenacious.
what we're going with here.
I think that's the right pick right there. You know, just because the chemistry, Tenacious off the board. So good pick right there by Dirty Deeds, and he's got a scary looking team here already. Fry, what are you thinking right now?
Man, that's going to be that's a team. They got to do something to make sure that closing the shotgun and dirt and grid and fifth. So put a little pressure on those guys to make sure they get these next picks right to be hang with those three. Those three all can win. Those three are one was like you said a bumper away from a championship. Tenacious is a champion. I think he has over 10 wins. Dirty Deeds is an OG. He's fast. He's putting in time. His power ranking's going up, but Tenacious, that's going to be a wow. To get Tenacious in the second round is unbelievable.
And Boyko, for you, I mean, obviously you're a driver that should be going off the board here soon. Uh, does this scare you knowing that another team might pick you and you have to go up against this team potentially?
Yeah, this is a really good pairing right here because these are two guys you're going to see at the front of the field in DD King and Tenacious. They're just not going to beat themselves really. They're going to be up there competing for wins all the time. So you really can't fault Deeds for going with this pick. It's a really odd thing to see someone with the talent of That's a Hot One fall beyond the fourth pick, but really the partnership and the chemistry that DD and Tenacious have, I think, played a big factor into this pick. So I think this is the right move for Dynasty Motorsports. You've got a champion and someone that was a foot away from it in the last season. So congrats to Deeds and congrats to Tenacious and DD.
All right, well, Tenacious here is 34-year-old from, I'm going to mispronounce this Tenacious, I apologize, from Grootley Lager, Tennessee. Quoting, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. There from Tenacious. So we got Tenacious here. Fourth overall pick. I mean, somebody had to fall into the second round here. Unfortunately, it was you, but you're on a powerhouse team right now. So how excited are you to get back at it, get out of here with DD and Deeds?
I'm pretty stoked. Really looking forward to working with DD again. First time be teammates with Deeds, so that'd be a new aspect that I haven't experienced yet in It to Win It.
Oh, that's
So, yeah, I guess say I'm pretty excited to start the season off with them.
All right, well, we'll send it over to Fry Dog here. You got any questions here, Fry Dog?
Hey, Tenacious, man, congratulations. I mean, you paired up with one of your good buddies that you brought in here, and you and Deeds are going to get along perfect. What's your expectations this year? Are you going to win multiple races? Or are you just down for team, or just going out there and trying to run your best race every race?
I think it's going to be a mixture of all three right there. Of course, each one of us wants to get a win to lock ourselves into the championship. But Deeds is going to push us to at the same win every race, try to get the best finish, but at the same time think about the team. We're going to throw out some strategy out there. I'm a strategist, so I was deemed the fuel saver of the league. So it's I don't know, man. I'm going out there to win. I want to redeem myself from last season for not locking myself into the championship, but hey, things happen. All you gotta do is just bounce back, give it a lot more effort than you did before, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Congratulations again, dude. Can't wait to be on the track with you.
All right,
Awesome.
Boyko. We'll send it over to Boyko.
Well, it might not have been a multi-win season last season, but a team championship that I had the pleasure of being a part of with the Full Throttle Outlaws. So, first off, congrats on that, and you get a chance to defend it as another team member now. What's the emotions of going to this Dynasty Motorsports squad?
Uh, I guess the first emotion is just being excited. Again, it's just you go into these seasons, not knowing the outcome of midway and everything, and it's but no one has a clear lead or clear favorite right now as the season goes because something could happen. Midway through the season, it's it's all about in it's winning. It's the clear definition. It's like the epitome of it here. So I'm just glad that I got drafted. I'm on a team that I can work well with. I'm looking forward to the future two teammates that'll be on here. And, if we set a dynasty here, I just, oh well, I'm along for the ride.
All right, well, congratulations here on being the pick. Now, we got to ask, what number are you picking here? I believe, no, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty positive. So far, we got the 1 and the 11 picked, and I believe also the 9, the 19, and the 8 car are also picked.
So with the 8 car being picked, Kyle Busch is my boy. Um, I'll have to say I have to go with a number that not many people are, fond of. You know, a lot of people don't like this guy, don't like the card number, don't like what he represents, but I think he's a hell of a driver. And I think he'll be a future champion one day if he puts his mind to it. So I'm gonna go with that McDonald's number 23 Toyota, Bubba
All
Wallace
right,
there.
I like that.
I wanna I wanna send shockwaves across the league right here and
And,
catch y'all off guard when that 23 hits victory lane a couple times this season.
and you get to represent McDonald's as well. That's always a good thing. Maybe they'll send you some free quarter
Mhm.
pounders.
Exactly. Sling them out all day.
All right, well, congratulations on being picked here, and we'll see you at Las Vegas.
Will do, sir.
All right, so I believe we're on to the 5th overall pick here. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, All In Motorsports is now on the clock here, round 2, pick number 5. I just want to say really quick, guys, shout out to everybody out there in the chat. We were just at a peak of 28 viewers, which is one of my highest ever. So, thank you to everybody who's been tuning in. We're at 25 right now, so this has been a pretty incredible stream so far. Maybe we should do drafts every weekend, every week. Maybe we'll get these views. But um, I will say really quick, if you guys are interested, make sure you tune in Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, as these drivers that are getting drafted tonight are going to be going at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for race number 2 of Season X and In It to Win It. So we got All In Motorsports on the clock here. 5th overall pick. I think we knew who the pick is going to be here, but Boyko, is there any chance that Quick One potentially jumps Hot One right here?
It would be a pretty bold move going with the rookie instead of a shot at one of the scariest trios that I could ever think of that this league could see right here. Closing, shotgun, and hot one. That is some serious speed right there. That's the kind of pace that any team owner is looking for. And not saying that Quick One doesn't have that speed, because I think he does, but Hot One he's the rookie of the year for a reason last year, and he's an up and coming rising star. And he got the win at Dover, and there were plenty of tracks where he was in it till the end, and bad pit stop happens like Vegas last year. So I think that Hot One is the deserving choice right here.
All right, well, Shotgun's down to 20 seconds on the clock here, so we'll see if he gets this pick in right here. And I think it's going to be Hot One as well. I don't know a lot about Quick One myself, but he does beat the clock. The pick is in here, so we'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, I think that Hot One would be the choice here for me, because like you said, Hot One closing and ENA Shotgun. I mean, that's two scary looking rosters right there. And you also have a one with Gridlock, Fifth Constant, and then potentially Quick One or somebody else that they might pick. So we'll get to the pick here in a second. As we're gonna wait a second for the pick, but the pick is in. So we'll get it to the board here in a second. Fry Dog, do you want to announce a pick?
Is it who I think it is?
I'll send you a message of who it is. Do you want to announce it?
Sure.
Check your you want to message you through Discord or Messenger?
Messenger.
All right, I'll send you it really quick, and you can announce the pick. So I'm gonna send this to him really quick. And make sure you put your camera back on before you say it. All right, Fry, take the board.
With the 5th pick and the 2nd pick in the 2nd round, what's the name of their team? I don't even know the name of their team. All In Motorsports
Yes.
picks It's a Hot One, or I'm a Hot One.
That's a hot one.
That's a hot one.
So that's a hot one is going to be headed to All In Motorsports here. The 19-year-old from Simi Valley, California. He claims to be in it to win it. Sheldon Creed, that's a hot one. He's going to be picked here at the number 5 spot. So what's your thoughts on this one, Boyko?
I think it was a pretty no brainer right here. Getting someone with the caliber of that's a hot one. Like, this guy he's here to work. He's there to practice all the time. So whatever closing cannot make up for and make up with in practice time that he's losing out on, Hot One is going to be right there with that same kind of pace, because he is there all the time, and he can just show up and be a contender at pretty much any track. So congrats to that's a hot one. We've been practicing and doing qualifying sessions a lot with each other recently, so stoked to see you go in the middle of the 2nd round here at number 5.
All right, so we have Hot One in here now. Hot One, you got a copy?
Sir.
All right, so you get picked at number 5 here. Dropped a little bit. Obviously, that doesn't describe how good you are dropping. It's just there's that many good drivers on the board. Anybody could have got picked anywhere. But you get to go race with 2 incredible drivers here. You got Closing Soon and ENA Shotgun to race with. So how excited are you to get at it?
I'm so pumped. This team has so much potential. I feel like we're one of the best in the league, all of us. Like, top 3 in the average finish last year, and I'm ready to get to work.
All right, well, Boyko, you got any questions here?
This seems like a pretty insane roster right here that is only going to get added on to, and we're excited to see what kind of teammates you end up with. But I had you as 3rd best prospect right here in this draft. How does it feel going down to the 2nd round? Do you think that was more just a situational thing with how Deeds' team was going to stack out, or do you think you should have been in that 1st round?
I think it was situational because we've seen how good DD and Tenacious work, and Deed is a phenomenal team owner. I don't mind falling, though, if I get to race with Shotgun and Closing. I'm going to be honest with you. So I have no problem with it, and I feel like we're going to be unstoppable this season.
All right, you got anything else there, Boyko?
I'll send it over to Fry, or anything else you got.
Fry Dog.
Hey, congratulations, Hot One. Actually, I had you going 2 until Closing came back out of retirement. So I think it's the best fit for you. It's where you wanted to be. And I think you're going to do really well over there, and you guys are going to be the team to beat right off the bat.
I appreciate that, Fry.
All right. Well, we got to get the question out of you now. What number are you picking this season?
I'm gonna go to 48.
48. All right. That's a number we haven't seen in it to win it for a bit, I believe. All right. So, congratulations on getting picked here. Good luck this upcoming race at Las Vegas.
Appreciate it.
I was not expecting him to take the 48. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was expecting maybe like the 12 car, obviously, for Hot One. But we're going to be at pick number 6 now here for Rubber to Asphalt Racing back on the clock here. They haven't got the pick since the number 1 pick. So right here's the spot, Boyko. You got Quick One on the board. You got some other talent on the board as well. Where are you going right here? You got Boyko on the board as well.
I think this is where our first rookie flies off the board. I really do. I think that between Honestly You're Bad and Quick One, that is a lot of potential and a lot of speed right there. And they're the type of drivers that you can get used to this style of racing, because In It to Win It is not for every good driver, as we've seen time and time again. But these guys seem like they're gonna be able to stick in this league pretty well. And I think either of Honestly You're Bad or Quick One could be a very deserving pick at number 6 right here and be our first rookie off the board.
All right, well, Fry Dog, who do you think goes here? If it's out of Boyko and Quick One, don't feel pressure to say Boyko because he's in here. State your honest opinion.
No,
here.
I don't have Boyko going here yet, but I do with Grid's whole thing this year. He wanted to really start this season with a really good lead, and Quick got 5th, right? And he already got 1, and he was, I think, 3rd, so he could be under 10 points with his first 3 drivers right off the bat. So I think he's going to take the rookie Quick One here, and then we'll figure out who he goes 7, because, like I said earlier, 6 and 7 kind of are, you get 2 who you really want. So they could, you could pick him either way.
Well, pick is not in yet. We're still waiting. He's got 20 seconds to make the pick here. I'm not sure what we would do if he didn't make the pick.
And if I lag
matter.
out, it's because my phone's going to die. So I'm sorry. I'll try to charge and get back in as fast as I can. I was at work all day.
It's all right. All right, so the pick is in here, guys. And I'm sure Boyko's a little nervous right now, wondering if he's going to be racing for Gridlock or if he's potentially going to be on that team with Shotgun closing, and that's a hot one, I mean, maybe he'd like to drop a spot to get on that team. Who knows? But without further ado, we got the 6th overall pick right here. And with the 6th overall pick in the Season X In It to Win It draft, Rubber to Racing, or second time I messed it up, Rubber to Asphalt Racing selects Quick One. He goes right here, so Quick One gets off the board here. Congratulations to him. Let's get some info here on Quick One. He's a rookie. Haven't seen him race a lot, but Quick One. His name is actually Cohen, such as me, so he must be good, right, at this game, even though I suck at this game. He's from Gainesville, Georgia, 45-year-old, and he said, "They don't call me the Quick One for no reason." That's his little quote right there. So congratulations to Quick One going off the board here. And Boyko, thoughts on this pick?
I think it's the right pick. I think it's a great pick right here because I have him as the 6th ranked prospect in the power rankings, even without seeing him in more than one In It to Win It official race. But just some things that I was brainstorming here. I think this is an In It to Win It Rookie of the Year candidate right here. He won a Vegas practice race on Tuesday, so he's clearly shown that he's got the potential and the speed to run with these guys, and he has. So he finished 5th in that Atlanta debut, like you said, after some adversity of going through the infield in the first cycle of stops or so. So he rebounded really well, and I think that's something that an owner like Gridlock is looking for, someone that's going to stick it out despite a hardship early in the race. So I think he checked all the boxes for Gridlock at number 6.
All right, Fry Dog, what's your thoughts on this pick right here?
Yeah, it's a great pick. He's he brought up the age, in the league. All these young guns out here showing up, and it's like myself and Grid. He's up there in age and that with us, so he needs to show these young kids that these old guys can still race. And I can't wait to see him run in the top 5 every single race and fight for wins. It's gonna be cool.
All right, well, Quick One, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, well, first of all, hi, Cohen. My name's Cohen. Anyways, I just wanted to say that. But anyways, you get picked here number 6 overall by Rubber to Asphalt Racing here. So you're going to be racing with Gridlock, 5th Constant. That's who they got so far, and then you, obviously. So how excited are you to get at it here with these guys?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm just excited to get picked to go in the second round, especially with a team like Gridlock and Fifth Constant. I mean, that's some big shoes to just try to walk behind. But I think we'll be okay.
All right, well, Boyko, what do you got?
Oh, we did some drafting together and pounded out that 5th and 6th place finish that we had to go through a little bit of adversity, each to our own, at Atlanta, but we rebounded, and you've certainly showed that you can check off all the boxes and what an owner's looking for. How do you feel about being the first rookie off the board?
Man, that's awesome. I mean, honestly, rookie, I'm not. Got a lot of racing under my belt. Uh, and the age thing, it's good to be, have some age because you don't get nervous. You don't make mistakes, near as many mistakes. Let me say that. And I think the old guys will. I think we're gonna show that these young guys, they're cracked up to be.
All right, well, Fry Dog, what do you got for us here?
Hey, first of all, I want to say congratulations, quick. We're glad to have you over here in It to Win It. I've known you for a little bit. I know you're a custom racer. You're really fast. You know what you're doing on that track. And what's your expectations this year? You going to go out and shock the world? I know right off the bat you're going to be in It to Win It Rookie of the Year right off the bat. I feel for the most part. So what do you think? What's your expectations?
Me, I'm more of a grinder. I don't try and make all these spectacular moves. I try to be there at the end, and I'm just going to try and keep my nose clean for the whole season. And guys who can do that, those are the ones that'll be up front at the end.
Congratulations, buddy.
Yep, and now we got to get the question out of you. We'll give you a rundown, but what number do you pick? So far, numbers that have been picked, we got the 8 car, the 9 car, the 19 car, the 11 car, the 1 car, the 48 car, and what am I missing? The 23 car have all been picked.
Man, I'm going to stick with the 41. I've had some good luck with it here lately, and it seems to be working for me. So I think that's what we're going to stick with.
All right, the 41 car it is. So, again, congratulations on getting picked here, and we'll see what happens here later in the draft, who your teammates are.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, yep. I think Fry Dog's phone must have just died. So, I want to make a correction really quick. I said that you might potentially be going to the team with Shotgun and all of them here. I forgot that Grid actually gets back-to-back picks, and I'm guessing he's going to go with you here. So, let's hear where you think he's going right here, Boyko.
Well, I could be a candidate for this. I think the other one that could be under some pretty serious consideration is honestly, you're bad. He's got the speed to go contend with that top tier, and we saw him running that Harvick car, and he did a nice job in it. So I think that both of us could be a good contender for this number 7 pick here, but we'll see what Gridlock opts for.
All right, so it should be excited. And it must not have took a lot of thought because the pick is actually in right here for Gridlock and Rubber to Asphalt Racing.
I put my phone on the charger.
All right. And I'm going to try not to mess it up this time, okay? I've been saying Rubber to Racing Asphalt. It's Rubber to Asphalt Racing here. So without further ado, the pick is in here, so we'll get to that here shortly. And we'll see if Boyko goes off the board or if we got another guy going off the board right here. So, with the 7th overall pick, the first pick of round 3 here in the Season X in the Twin It draft, Rubber to Asphalt Racing selects Boyko Beat, who is in here with us right now. So Boyko is off the board here officially, going here first pick of the 3rd round. So looking at Boyko Beat's info here, Boyko Beat is from Fargo, North Dakota, 21 years old, and he's actually a sports broadcaster and anchor in college right now. I'm sure you guys can hear that from how professional he actually sounds in here. So we got Boyko already in here for an interview now. So Boyko, you get picked here by Gridlock's team, who's got fifth constant, Gridlock, and Quick One. How excited are you?
This is a talented group of guys right here that I get the pleasure of racing with. We got someone like Gridlock that's a great team leader right here. He knows all the strategies to knockout finishes that are going to be even better than your race pace. So I'm really, really excited to work with someone that's really savvy at the game and has been there, done that. Uh, yeah, I had a chance to work with Shotgun last year and win the team championship with him, and now get another really good leader on my side. So I'm really excited to work with a number one overall pick, the top rookie off the board, and yeah, it's a pleasure to be on this team.
Well, I would send it to you to ask questions, but you can't really ask yourself questions. So, Fry Dog, are you in here right now?
Yeah, what's up? I'm just charging my phone.
You got any questions here for Boyko, who just got picked?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say congratulations, Boyko. It's right about where I had you. I had you, about right there after Quick. I know you probably want to slip one pick because I know you have some friends over there, but I think you're on a good team and you're going to bring a lot to that table over there. So, what are your expectations? This year, do you want to run the top 5 consistently most of the year, get a win, and get a team championship, more or less, right?
I mean, all those things sound really good right there. So, career best of 4th last year at Texas, looking to just improve upon that. And the tracks where I'm suited best, I need to perform like a top tier driver at those tracks. So, I'm really looking forward to trying to get into the top pack and stay there. Hopefully, no internet gremlins or slow 16-second stops this season. You're going to go through some adversity throughout any race, any season, but hopefully it's not as dramatic as it was last year with legging out of the opener and the finale. So, if things can go a little bit more my way, I'm going to be doing the things on my side to keep it that way. So, really looking forward to this opportunity.
Yeah, keep putting in the work. It's going to happen, buddy. Congratulations.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, what number are you going with, Boyko?
To go with the Toyota Trend, we'll be switching over to the number 45 Jumpman Toyota.
It's a good pick right there. I like that car. So the 45 car. So we're gonna send it to the
I do
next
like
pick
that car
now.
too.
We're gonna send it to the 8th overall pick now, officially on the clock. Now I just need to get a quick rundown because so cars that have been picked so far, we have 3 owners obviously, and we got the 11 car, the 1 car, the 48 car, 23 car, 41 car, 45 car, and I'm missing 1. So who am I missing?
BD in the 3.
Thank you. All right, so we're getting to the later parts of this draft where we have some names out there that this was probably the whole mock draft itself was tough. So Boyko, with what you did on your mock drafts and stuff, here for All In Motorsports, where do you think they go with this pick?
Coming up, well, we could be seeing another rookie off the board here with Honestly or Bad. I think he has the best speed remaining in the draft, so this could be a great project pick for this team right here. And it's not like Honestly or Bad needs a whole ton of improving. Like he's a super raw prospect because he's been there, done that. He's a fantastic racer. But this could be a great pick right here at 8, I think, and this would be an insane team for Shotgun and All In Motorsports adding Honestly or Bad.
Well, I don't know about a lot about Foreign Fuel here, but I know he's also still available. Twisted Bush guy, and then also if you're Shotgun here and you want to get some veteran leaders on your team, you got Fry Dog and Rubber Boy both available here. So multiple ways they can go here. And I just gotta laugh really quick at the chat. We've got closing now in the chat. He's saying per source, or he said absolute steal about the Boyko pick, and he was saying per source of Big Raj, best value in the draft about the Boyko pick, and it's a bunch of stuff going on here. So Shotgun's pick, it's close. Is he gonna beat the clock? He does beat the clock here. pick is in for shotgun. So we'll get to that here in a second. But there's a lot of names you can go with here. Where does he go? We're gonna find out. This is an exciting one. This is some important picks, because like these are your guys that you still need them to really cooperate and do stuff for your team here, and maybe you get some kind of steal here late in the draft. So we're gonna have Boyko B announce his pick here in a second, and we'll send it over to Boyko Beat here with the announcement.
With the 8th pick in the Season 10 In It to Win It draft, Shotgun All In Motorsports selects Honestly You're Bad.
And that's a good pick right there. He was in it for a little bit before. Didn't get to see him drive a lot. I'm not sure what happened. He was here and then he was gone, so I'm not sure what happened. But he's here again. We're gonna get to see his skill on set again here. And what's your thoughts with this pick here, Boyko?
I think it's the right one. I think these owners are nailing this draft right here, and have to be pretty pleased with the roster they're constructing. You can see the full picture just coming together. You've got some really high-level talent at the top with these picks from Shotgun, with Closing, and with Hot One, and now you pair one of the best rookies in this class right here with that awesome trio. Honestly, Red has to be pretty impressed with the squad that he's going to be joining here. He has a chance to learn a lot.
All right, honestly, you're bad. He is 19-year-old from Cedar Park, Texas, and he gets drafted here, 8th overall by All In Motorsports. I think we have him in here now. Honestly, you're bad. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, you get picked here with the number 8 overall pick by All In Motorsports, so you got some good drivers to run with here. How excited are you to get at it this season?
Yeah, I'm really excited, man. I've followed this league for a while now and been trying to get in. I haven't had time and finally made time this season. I'm super, super stoked. Start off the season strong. Going for wins. That's all we're going. We're going trophy hunting. So that's the goal every race. Get
All
some
right.
wins here.
Boyko, what do you got for us?
Going for the trophy every time seems like some pretty lofty expectations, especially in a league with the caliber of drivers that we have. But you have shown some pretty good speed that could put you into that category. How nice is it to be able to work with some of the top guys in this league to even further that speed?
Yeah, it's an honor for me to be working with everyone in this league. I've worked with a lot of these guys and raced with all of these guys before, just not in the specific league. But yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor being interviewed. It's awesome. So really excited. I love what I see and super stoked for the season. Super stoked to get it ready and start Saturday. So really excited.
All right, Fry, send it over to you.
Yeah, congratulations, Honestly, you're bad. I'm glad you're back. I know you're fast. I've watched your career behind the scenes. I know you're really good. And the fact of the matter is, on my power rankings, I had you like almost up there in the second round area, to where that team now has 4, in my mind, of the top 8. It's unreal. That team's going to be sick. And I'm just glad to have you in here. And I want you to go hunt for that trophy, buddy.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Super excited to work with you.
All right, and we got to ask the question now. What number do you want this season? I can give you a rundown of what's been taken if you need it.
I'm gonna pick the 20 car. I don't think that's been taken yet.
It has not been taken, so
Awesome.
car. It's a good car right there. So good luck this upcoming season. Congratulations on getting picked, and we'll see what you got on display on Saturday.
Yes, sir. I'm excited for the interview Saturday. Make
All
top
right.
3. So talk to you
All
later.
right. You hear the confidence right there from Honestly You're Bad. So
So what's
We're
the average age over there on that team with Hot One, Closing, Shotgun, and Honestly You're Bad? Are they all like maybe 18?
that's a low average
Pretty cool.
age.
That's awesome. The
All
young
right.
guns over there.
So we got Dynasty Motorsports back on the clock here. It's been a minute since they've picked, so they've had a solid roster so far here. We'll see if they can keep it going here. You got Deeds, Tenacious, and DD King. What are they going to pull out of the bag here, Boyko? Where do you think they go?
I go on the next page of notes right here as we're moving deeper into this draft, but we still have some talent out there. Foreign Fuel definitely is a viable option here. Twisted Bush, a savvy veteran right there that has been on Heat 5 for a long time and knows how to get around the racetrack. So I think adding someone like Foreign Fuel or Twisted Bush could be a good addition to this team for Deeds, and he has a chance to get them both if he would like with these back-to-back picks.
And also, I mean, he's got a chance here. With the chemistry he's got with Fry Dog and Ribs, knowing them for a while, he's got a chance to go to one of those guys too as well if he wants. So, see if he decides to go with the young gun rookies or if he decides to go with the veteran drivers.
It could be
So,
one of both, honestly. If he wants to balance his team out, he might go with one of the veteran drivers like Twisted and then pair him. Well, not veteran
true
in it
too.
to win it, but he's been around for quite a while. And one of the other rookies. So we'll see what he goes with here.
Fry, where do you think he goes here?
Well, in my mind, I think he goes with Rebs. Rebs finished 7th. It's going to help his team in points. I think really he wants Rebs. I think really the other owners, they'll help Rebs, but Deeds, I think, hasn't been on team with Rebel, and I think Deeds is one that will keep Rebel focused. And I really think if he doesn't pick me, he's picking Rebel.
All right, well, he's still yet to pick, and he's got 10 seconds left, so see if he gets it in
Rebel
here.
has shown some significant improvement on the draft tracks, and it's pretty noticeable just running with him. So looking forward to see where he falls.
All right, well, the pick's not in yet. Clock is off, so we'll give him a second here. He's taking a minute. I don't know if he's thinking, but he's got like one more minute, or else we'll just strip the pick. No, I'm kidding. He's got to hurry though. Supposed to have it within the 2 minutes. Come on here, Deeds. He's typing now, so we're about to get the pick here from Deeds for Dynasty Motorsports here, and see who it is. Hold on a second. I think he's having some technical difficulties. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect really quick. Okay. I don't know. He's having technical difficulties or something. I think it's because the stream is like really laggy our Wi-Fi right now, so he doesn't know that he's up to pick right now. Because like for some reason our Wi-Fi tonight just decided to plop down. All right, so the pick is in here, guys. All right, so the pick is in here. We're gonna see who he takes here. I'm gonna announce it here in a second. Let me get everything ready. See if you guys are surprised from this pick, if you think it's the right pick. But without further ado, with the number 9 pick here, final pick of the 3rd round here in the Season 10, Season X, and its Win It draft, Dynasty Motorsports selects Twisted Bush. So, it's a good pick right there. Rookie, I believe, is what he's going to be counted as this season. He raced some last season. Back this season. Boyko, do you agree with this pick, or do you think there was something else he should have done?
I like this a lot right here because Twisted Bush, as I've mentioned, like he's been around this game for longer than I have, longer than a lot of us have. So I think that this is a really good pick to add a Heat 5 veteran into this fold that he's got right now. And Twisted last year, he came in and did some pretty good subbing in for other drivers. I think it was Idyllic Fungus on the Toyota team that he came in and replaced. Uh, but getting him with a leader like Deeds is going to be a very important thing to getting him to work uh, as as he is capable of. Like this could be a really good pick right here at 9 that has a chance to go get a lot of top half of the field finishes in this season.
All right, and Fry Dog, what's your thoughts on this pick right here?
I think that's a great pick. Twisted Bush last year, kind of got on a team that, was kind of in shambles a little bit when he joined, and he's actually brings a lot to the table. And I think Deeds is going to keep him focused, and they're actually going to do really well together.
All right, well, we'll get him in here for an interview. If he's available right now, I'm not sure. I think he should be. See if we can get him in here. Guys, I apologize if the stream is laggy. My stream health is in red, and it's been in red for a while now, so I mean, it's just not really anything we can do. I think it's just the internet in general tonight because my phone's off the Wi-Fi, other Xbox is off the Wi-Fi, and a bunch of stuff. So it's just, I don't know, internet tonight, I guess. But we're waiting for Twisted Bush to see if he can get in here for an interview. We'll give him a second here. But while we wait, with the 10th pick coming up here, Boyko, you think another rookie goes off the board here next for Deeds, or do you think he goes with one of his veteran guys?
Yeah, this is a tough one right here because I mean it would be an interesting tactic doubling up with someone like Foreign Fuel, but it's a lot of inexperience for in it to win it standards, despite both of them having plenty of hours on the game and a lot of talent. So I think that Rebel could be a viable option here. I think Frydog could be a viable option at this choice. So really, whoever Deeds thinks can round out his roster the best is who he's going to end up selecting here.
All right, well, Twisted is with us now. Twisted, you got a copy? Can you hear us, Twisted?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right, so you get picked here, number 9 by Dirty Deeds team, and you get to go to work here with him. He's got a really good team right now, and he gets another pick here coming up. So how excited are you to be with this team?
I'm excited. Deeds, I've known for a long time and raced with a lot of the guys in this league for a while, and I know it's competitive. I joined last year halfway through the season and was on Team Toyota. Um, I just didn't gel well with those guys for whatever reason. They're good dudes, but I didn't gel well. And I'm excited to start with a new team and a bunch of guys that I know and have raced with for a while. And I'm definitely a veteran on the track. I know I'm gonna be a rookie this year, but I've ran a lot of races. I've been a long time Heat 5 guy. Um, got a lot of experience to bring to the table. I'm a little older. So I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
All right, and really quick before I send it to Boyko, I've been kind of doing bad keeping up with my chat, and earlier, I'm pretty sure it was you. I forgot to say something, but thank you for the 1,000 bits you sent earlier. I was kind of
Yes,
locked in
sir.
and didn't say anything about it on the stream. I usually do, but I missed it. But we'll
No,
send
you're
it to
good, man.
Boyko
I'm going
now.
to support you. I'm going to support you any way I can, and when I
Thank
can,
you.
I will. So,
All right,
do a great job
thank
at
you.
what you guys do.
Boyko, you got any
Yes, sir.
questions?
You send it to me.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, yeah. Congrats on being picked here. First off, what's the emotion like being picked by Deeds, getting to work with an experienced leader that knows strategy, knows how to manage a race, and then also going with the teammates of DD King and Tenacious, those guys too.
Yeah, with Deeds, like I said, I've always respected him. I've known him for a while, and you know, we've had a good bond through the years of racing on this game and just building a friendship outside of the game. And as far as my teammates, Tenacious is a fellow Tennessean, you know, so I've always, him and I have always run well together. I enjoy racing with him, and Didi, you know, he's a fellow Kyle Busch fan. I've raced with him for a long time, and I think it's going to be a good team. I think we got the young guys that can compete with the other teams that have young guys, and we got the older guys like Didi and myself and Tenacious. I think we'll be a force to be reckoned with, man. I really do. I'm excited.
All right, and Deeds is also a Kyle Busch fan, so you see.
Oh, yeah, Deeds. Okay, yeah.
I'm
I
also a
forgot
Kyle
about
Busch
Deeds
fan.
being there. Yeah.
All right,
Hell
so
yeah. So
Fry, you got any questions?
No, I just want to say congratulations, Twisted. I'm glad you're sticking it out and going to come race over here. You're going to really enjoy yourself this year on that team, I feel, and you're going to really, strive. You're going to be fast, and you're going to actually overwhelm yourself, I feel. I think you're going to be surprised at how well you do over there on that team, and I want you to win a race. So
yeah,
congratulations, buddy.
I appreciate it, and my goal this season is obviously I want to win. I've won a lot of races in a lot of leagues and competitive leagues. This is one of the most competitive ones I've been a part of, based off last year. And my goal is to just be consistent and get top fives. If I don't get a win, I don't get a win. But if I can be there and be, in the top five, that's my goal. And just be consistent, be clean, and hit my marks and not piss anybody off and just run my race. So it's gonna be fun.
All right. So what number are you gonna pick? I can give you a rundown really quick if you need it of what he was.
I've been watching the stream the whole time. I'm gonna take the 16.
All right. 16 car.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the old Poppy Bank 16 Chevy.
All
It's
right.
cool. I
Well,
like that pick, buddy.
congratulations on getting picked here. See what you got this weekend coming up at Las Vegas.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right. So that'll send us to where are we going? Are we on the? Are we 10th or we're 11th? Are we 10th or 11th?
Every team
Yeah.
should have 4 drivers now, so we're in the last 3.
We're in a. Okay, sorry. Just kind of throwing myself off there. All right, so going on to the 10th pick here, another one for Deeds and the Dynasty Motorsports guys. Getting late in this draft here, you got 3 guys left on the table. You got 4 in Fuel. You got Fry Dog, sorry, and you got Rebel Boy. So should be a good pick here. See where Deeds goes with it, whether he goes veteran or young. Boyko, if it's you, where would you go here, veteran or young?
Well, you've got kind of like a hybrid of rookie and veteran in Twisted Bush, so that makes it a really open-ended selection that he could make here. It leaves the possibility of all 3 of the remaining guys going here at number 10 because of Twisted going first. Because if it had been one of those 3 going first, I think Twisted would have definitely been the number 10 selection. But I don't really have a great beat on this one, but I would think that Rebel will get his talent maximized most at Dynasty Motorsports.
And in the chat, we got 55 Chevy, aka Closing Now, says, I'd take Fry. It would bring a veteran piece to the team who knows the ins and outs of the league. Also, a good guy that can bring up morale through the dog days of the season and can give more insights on fuel saving, as he's the best the league's ever seen at winning on fuel. He did win a championship on fuel saving. Or did you win the championship on fuel saving? Yeah, you did. You won at Homestead on fuel saving, and he's a
Thank
very
you.
good fuel saver. So, Fry, where would you go with this pick?
I feel it's Rebel. I think Rebel needs a dad like Deeds. To say, you know what I mean? Keep him motivated. I know last year he went through some things, and I think if Deeds is on a team, if Rebel's on Deeds' team, Rebel's going to have to show up and race and perform, and that's the place that he has to fall to succeed, I feel.
All right, well, Deeds yet to pick here. Again, he's like just running slow on the picks. All right, he got his pick in. So, the pick is in here for Dirty Deeds. And we'll get ready to announce it here in a second. Send it to the announcement. But, so Fry says Rebel. We'll see if Fry is correct. I would probably say, if it was me, I'd probably go with... Honestly, I don't know a lot about foreign fuel. I'd probably go with Rebel, though. Yeah, I'd probably go with Rebel, just because he's committed, and he's been here for a while.
And he also brings 7 points. The other 2 drivers bring 20.
All right, well, the pick is in here. We'll get our announce right here. So, now, with the 10th pick in the Season X and its winning draft, Dynasty Motorsports selects, make sure we're right here, Rebel Boy. So he does get picked here. And that's a good pick, I think. A guy that shows up to races a lot, and he does. So, Boyko, with this pick, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely making improvements, especially on the long tracks, like I said earlier. Has shown better pace on the 1.5 to 2.5 mile kind of tracks. So if he can specialize in being able to run with more people in that kind of style racing, that's where In It to Win It is mostly focused right here. We have a lot of those 1.5s, a lot of those 2 mile kind of races. So I think that could suit him well on this team.
All right, Fry, what are your thoughts on this pick?
I agree with that pick. It's perfect. I think it's going to help Deeds and Rebel and the rest of that team. Rebel's going to practice when he's focused, and it seems like he's been focused the last 2 weeks. So looking forward to having Rebel on the track over there with Deeds.
All right, well, we'll try to get him in here for an interview. See if he. I don't think he's available tonight because he's at work, but we'll try anyways. See if we can get him in here. There. I don't think he'll be available tonight because I think he said he's at work, but we'll give him a minute. Tenacious said obviously he is wrong, being fifth the best at fuel saving. If you ask the right person, I've fuel saved for every win. Who's left? We got Fry Dog and Foreign Fuel left, so it's our final two picks. And then we got All In Motorsports, who's going to pick. And then we've also got, I always forget their name, Gridlock's team. The
Good asphalt.
Racing Asphalt. I don't. It's like it's a complicated name to me for me to say for some reason. But I don't think Rib's gonna be able to get in here due to being at work. So we'll go ahead and send it to the 11th overall pick here, and make sure you guys stay tuned after the 12 picks are done. Oh wait, is that Ribs? He is in here. So make sure you guys stay tuned after the 12 picks are done because we will get interviews with the team owners and get their rundown of the draft. So Ribs, you got a copy? Give him a second here.
There we go. I'm not muted now. What's up, man?
All right. Well, you get picked here, and you're going to be driving here in Intuit yet another season. You know, you've been here for a while, still chasing that first win, but you get picked here. So, how does it feel?
It feels good. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to be on a team with Deeds forever, and it's finally happening. So now I've got to put in the work and show up and make sure that he knows that he didn't make the wrong choice.
All right, Boyko, I'll send it to you now.
How does it feel to be on this team, and how much of an advantage do you think it will be to have Deeds as your leader?
I think I think it'll be a really good fit. Me and Twisted, we've done a lot of public lobby racing together. We've got a good connection. Me and Deeds, we go way back, man. He's been there. Like Fry said, he's been kind of like a dad. I'm not calling him dad, but he's been like a dad to me. Uh, he was there. You know, he was one of the ones that kind of took me in under his wing whenever I first come in it to win it, and he's always done his best to helped me throughout the years. And he was a big part of when my mom passed away. You know, he was one of the ones that I kind of took to and talked to. So me and him's got that connection. He's always been there for me. He's always not been afraid to, tell me when I'm wrong and doing stuff like that. So I think it'll be a really good fit.
All right, Fry Dog, send it to you for anything.
Hey, first, Rebs, I want to say congratulations. I give you hard love. I always have, but I love you, buddy, and I'm so glad you got drafted this year and going to be on the track again.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's going to be fun, especially working with Tenacious. I feel like I kind of left him high and dry. I gave him this big old speech about, hey, man, we need you, and then I just kind of disappeared. So I gotta redeem myself for last season, and this is the perfect season to do it with the right guys. And I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of good racing this season, and hopefully I'll be up there for the end of the races and be able to go for that first win.
All right, well, we got to ask the question now. What number are you going to pick this season? And I'll go ahead. Do you know what numbers are picked, or I can give you a rundown if you don't?
I've got my number. I've been watching the stream. I thought about going with the 14, but Boyko said that he was going to go with it. Then he ended up kind of dodging the 14, and I made my mind up this morning. I'm going to go with the number 7.
The 7 car. All right. All right, well, congratulations here on getting picked, Ribs. We'll see you at Las Vegas on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Yep. All right, 11th overall pick coming up here. We got All In Motorsports back on the clock, so 7 car off the board right there. We're getting pretty late in this draft right here, so you got 2 guys left. If you're All In Motorsports here, Boyko, do you want the veteran driver or do you want to take a chance on the rookie?
Um, so this is a difficult pick right here, just because it's two different situations. You've got this you got what you know in Fry Dog here, and that's a quality driver right there that's going to go out there and give it his best whenever he's on the track. So that's a easy pick for me right there. Is someone that is just a known entity to this league, a former champion and multi-race winner. So I think that Fry Dog is a good spot to go right here for him. Uh, but that's no disrespect to Foreign Fuel, because like I had him going as high as like 8 in some of these drafts, because I do believe that he is going to be one of the talents that can race in this league for a while. Uh, I don't think it was necessarily indicative of his talent that he could fall to 11 or 12. But that's how it ended up happening here tonight, just with some of the how the personalities are going to fit on each of these teams, and that's what's unique about this in a to win a draft. You can't just try and put the 5 fastest guys on a team and hope it works. You got to have some team chemistry in there.
Yep.
So that might be why we saw some of the picks fall the way they did in the last 2 rounds.
All right, well, Fry, non-biased, would you go with yourself here, or would you, the veteran? We'll say instead of yourself, we'll say, would you go with the veteran or would you go with the rookie?
Oh, you want me to sell myself so I can go on this team right now? Because I'd love to be on either team.
Yeah.
Grid and Shotgun are both great owners. Seems like they picked a lot of good drivers. I'm just happy to be in this draft and be able to race with these guys again.
All right, well, we're waiting for Shotgun's pick. He hasn't uh, picked yet. Clock is off. We'll give him a second here. Might be delayed on my stream because I feel like my stream is a little bit delayed My stream is delayed right here. I can tell my stream's delayed because it's just now saying like, does Boyko pick 14 or does Ribs pick the 14? So yeah, stream is delayed, but I can't really do anything about it. So we'll give Shotgun here a second. Sucks that my internet had to like be bad on the night where we had a lot of viewers. All right, so the pick is in here for Shotgun. So we're gonna have Boyko B announce this pick. Here, well, let's give it a second really quick. Let's make sure that he's positive. He's still typing, but all right. We're gonna have Boyko B announce his pick, so we'll send it over to Boyko B here for the pick.
All right. With the 11th pick in the season 10 in it to win it draft, All In Motorsports and ENA Shotgun selects Fry Dog 32.
All right, Fry Dog off the board right here, and he turns the camera back on. So we'll go ahead and show Fry Dog here. So Fry Dog gets picked, and we've already got him in here for an interview, but really quick, we'll just give a rundown. Fry Dog, you know, a guy that he was a driver, then came to the booth. It was really nice having him in the booth when I had him. And now he wants to go back and race again. I respect the decision. Wants to race with his friends and stuff, and I respect that. So he's going to go try to help All In Motorsports win a championship this season. And Boyko, what are your thoughts on this pick?
I think that Shotgun has rounded his roster out with class right here, and that's what Fry Dog's going to bring to the track. Veteran presence, championship presence. So I think it's a nice move there for Shotgun to cap his team up with this.
All right, so Fry Dog in here for an interview. Fry, you get to go race with Shotgun and a lot of other talented drivers. So how excited are you?
Dude, I'm so pumped, dude. We got young money, we got closing money, we got hot money, and we got bad money with Mr. Worldwide. What can't you, man? This can be so pumped, dude. I'm gonna show these guys that got drafted in front of me why I'm a champion and 4-time winner, bro. I'm coming for it. I got 4 of the best on my team. They're gonna help me get better, and I'm down. Thank you, Shotgun, so much, dude. This is so pumped. This is where I want to be. This is the team I want to be on. No offense to Dirty and Grid, but I am freaking pumped, dude. Worldwide with all these money guys, man, all in. We're all in.
Hey, I'm excited. Seeing your excitement is making me excited, and I like the calling your shot right there. So we'll send it to Boyko here for any questions.
I don't know what more I can help add to this this time right here, but there's clearly a lot of jubilation and rejoicing over being selected here. So just want to say congratulations on being picked to All In Motorsports.
You got to watch out. I'm hitting all y'all.
All right, so Fry, what number are you wanting to pick this season?
Is the 99 available?
Yes.
Yep, 99 with the 1 and the 9. And yep, I'll be in the 99.
All right, so we'll get that written down really quick. All right, so we got one final pick here tonight, the 12th overall pick. Obviously, we already know who it is, but we're still going to let him, we're still going to put him on the clock and have him message it to us and stuff. But final pick of the night right here. So it's been a great draft tonight so far, and we got one more pick to seal it off. And we'll see. Obviously, we know what they're going with here. There's a lot of great teams out here tonight, and so some rookies added to the field. That'll be exciting. Hold on a second. Some rookies being added to the field. That's going to be exciting. Some veteran drivers, some guys coming from the booth to the track, Fry Dog going to be back this season. And now we got the pick in. So the final pick of the night right here. No surprise, obviously. He has to be picked. But with the final pick, the 12th pick here in the Season X draft, which has been a great draft. Thank you to everybody who's been here for it. Rubber to Asphalt Racing selects Foreign Fuel rookie who's going to be driving this season with Gridlock and all them. So Foreign Fuel off the board right here. He is, let's get some info on him here. Foreign Fuel is from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's an 18-year-old, so a young one. He's a massive Ryan Blaney fan, and he's an amateur endurance racer IRL. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe you guys do, but Boyko, what's your thoughts here on Rubber to Asphalt getting Foreign Fuel?
Well, first off, welcome to the team because it's going to be a fun season at Rubber to Asphalt Motorsports. And I had him as the number 10 prospect here, and I think that he has a lot that he can grow from being on this team with Gridlock, and he's already starting from a really good spot. Additionally, I had him up there with Quick One as the top 2 rookies in this draft before, honestly, You're Bad jumped into this draft here. So I thought this pick could have been a lot higher, but a good value here to round out this Season 10 draft. So congrats to Foreign Fuel and congrats to Gridlock on this steal right here.
All right, and Fry Dog, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, that's a great pick. I know he's raced a lot of league races, and Grid's going to bring a lot to that table over there, and to help him even get better, because I know he is an experienced driver. He's a rookie here, but he has raced in many leagues with a lot of the best quality drivers in this game, and with Boyko over there, also helping him. He practices a lot, and Grid practices a lot, and if Jake just gets on. And I call him Jake from State Farm. Sorry, Foreign Fuel. But if he just gets on and practices with these guys, he's going to get better.
All right. Well, we have him in here now. So Foreign Fuel, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, obviously it took a while to get picked, but you're picked and you're on a good team here. Every team is good, but you get to race with some fun, exciting drivers this season. So how excited are you to get at it this season?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. No, I got a lot of learning ahead here. I'm looking forward to this season. Hope my schedule works out. I want to be here. I want to race. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Got a good set, hopefully got a good set of guys around me, and hopefully can make something happen.
All right, we'll send it to Boyko.
First off, welcome to the squad right here. We're glad to have you along. And what do you think it's going to be like racing with Gridlock and such a strategist and savvy team leader that he's going to be?
I look forward to it. Strategy's not usually my favorite, but whenever a plan comes together, always good things happen. Happy to strategy race if I need to. Very open here. I am very excited to learn from everyone here in this league. Like I said, I have a lot to learn, and biggest part of racing is, in my opinion, especially is your strategy, especially with gas and fuel and tire saving and whatnot. Yeah.
All right, Fry Dog, send it to you.
Hey, buddy! Congratulations on getting drafted in to win it. Series. This is one of the best series I've ever been in. You've known me for a long time. This is where I actually started, and just go out there and do your thing, and take in what you need to take in. It's not always about Grid's strategies aren't always about saving fuel and tires. He's good at making adjustments during races, which is really good in this league because we go white flag to checkered. I mean, there's no stages. It's a lot of times it's long races, and grid will keep you in the race. Never give up at the end. Even if you're falling back, there's always a chance. And I feel like you're in the right spot to really succeed here, buddy. And congratulations on being here.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right. Well, what number do you want to pick here?
I'm gonna go with the Wood Brothers number 21 car. I'm a pretty big history buff here. My guy's Blaney, but really love the red and white 21.
All right. Well, congrats on getting picked, and see what you can do on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna get the team owners in here. We'll get Gridlock in here first, and then after all the team owner interviews, we'll get our final rundowns. I was expecting the stream to be an hour, but it's been longer than that, and that's okay because it's been a fun stream. It's been a good stream, and it's been a good draft so far. So, or it's been a good draft, and now we get the final post-draft stuff. So we'll wait for Gridlock to get in here.
I'm gonna put my phone on charger again, dude. It's not charging like 8%, so I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
But I think Boyko over there knows all 3 teams, all 5 drivers. So
all right,
already locking numbers over there. I see them.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on the starting points that everyone's going to be working with. So give me 1 second, and I'll have that for you.
all right, Gridlock, you got a copy?
I sure do, fellas. How's it going?
Well, you've put together a really solid team here. Had the number 1 pick, so you had a lot of ways to go here. Taking 5th constant number 1, obviously a good choice. So overall, are you satisfied with your team?
I am very satisfied. I think I got everyone that I had kind of circled on my board of guys that I wanted on this team to see what we can do for the entire season. So I'm very ecstatic with every single guy that I was able to pick and be able to run with this year. And with 5th constant, it's running with him again. Obviously with Quick and Boyko, and 4 and Fuel, it's guys that I haven't raced on a team with. And to me, it's just going to be super exciting to get in there and see what we can do. I mean, listen, man, we're gunning for a championship. We're trying to do a clean sweep on everything, rookie team championship, but ultimately let's go out there and have some fun, and see what we can do.
All right. Well, Boyko, I know you're calculating numbers, but you want to ask a question really quick?
I mean, you said you kind of got the guys that you wanted to fall to you. What was your strategy when you had to wait that long time going from first pick all the way to 6?
Well, I mean, with the weight, it's, obviously I know who I'm taking with the number 1 pick, and then it's just waiting to see or guessing who is going to be taken with the next, 4 picks, I mean. And to try and calculate that, it can be nerve-wracking. I was pretty sure everyone that went where they went, I just didn't know in what order and whose team they were going to be on. But for me, it was I got the guys that I was hoping to get with where I was picking. So.
All right. Well, Fryer, are you still in here? Anyone know? Is he still in?
Yeah, here? I'm here. I just put on charger. Sorry.
I'll send it to you now.
Hey, Grid, you drafted really well. I mean, I know the 2 picks at 6 and 7 were who you wanted, right? Because everybody else kind of fell into place, right. And you have a really good mix of veteran and younger guys that I feel you're going to mentor really well this season. I mean, congratulations on being a team owner and drafting tonight, and you start with a really good points lead. Now you just got to hold it, right?
That's correct too. And you can't base your entire draft off last week's race, but the guys that I wanted, I mean, I know the points aren't completely calculated yet, and I know I was talking to Deeds about it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to start with like 15 or 16 points to start the season. And so that right there, that's a tremendous jump moving forward. Granted, it's only 1 race. We have a lot of racing to do, but I would rather be up than be trying to fight back.
All right. Well, Fry, you got anything
I agree.
else? All
I
right.
mean,
Well,
I think anybody on his team can win this year, you know, and he can win. He had a great finish at Vegas, or I mean Atlanta, and he's got a great car at Vegas. So look forward to racing against you this year, Grid, and have a good year, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to racing against you, racing against everybody else. I think my team, I have a great nucleus of a great team where we can kind of gel and mold and bond together and you know, hopefully go out there and kick some ass. And you know, I don't know if any of us are going to have a shotgun type season like last year, you know, winning 6 races. Then again, maybe someone can. I don't know. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to Vegas coming up on Saturday night.
all right. Well, we'll see what happens there, and good luck.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll get Ian A. Shotgun in here now for his interview. Give him a second. So, did you say you got this points calculated?
I sure do. Uh, Obviously unofficial, but the Larry McReynolds calculator came up with this. So Gridlock's team will be starting, Rubber to Asphalt will be starting with a points lead with 15 points in total, with Fifth Constant 1 point winning the race, Gridlock coming in third at 3 points, Quick One with the top five in fifth, and me in sixth. That adds up to 15, and we drop the 20 from Foreign Fuel that we'll be adding. So 15 for Rubber to Asphalt. And then second will be Dynasty Motorsports with Deeds as their top finisher in fourth, Rebel in seventh, Tenacious eighth, and Twisted ninth to give them the 28, and they drop the 20 that DD King adds to them. So they're back 13 points. And then lastly, All In Motorsports and Shotgun will have the largest hole to climb out of, but maybe perhaps the best roster constructed to do so. They will have 43 points to start the season, if I counted correctly here, with 2 from closing, 10 from Shotgun, 11 from Hot One, because he did actually start that race and then legged out of it in the middle, so that doesn't count as a total missed race in a 20. So 2, 10, 11, and 20, because they cannot drop both Fry Dog and, honestly, your Bads 20. So that brings it to 43, I believe, and 28-point deficit.
All right. Well, we got Shotgun in here now. Shotgun, you got a copy?
Oh.
All right. Well, seems like you had a good draft tonight with a lot of good drivers on your team. How excited are you to race with these guys this season?
You know, I'm excited. I think we built a good squad. I wanted to go into this draft giving my team the best chance to succeed and win this team championship. It's something that I want to do. I've won it, you know, a couple of times as a driver, but winning it as a team owner is a little bit different. You know, being able to handpick your guys and kind of have a say in what happens. So I'm excited. I really hope this works out because I think I built a good squad.
Well, you overall, how satisfied are you with this draft you did tonight?
I'm satisfied. You know, I'm happy with how it went. Sure, I mean, you could have gone a couple of different ways at a couple of the picks that I'd had, but I'm happy with how it worked out, and yeah, I'm just excited to get to work. I think these guys are ready to go to work, and we got a hole to climb out of, but I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else.
All right. Well, I'll send it to Boyko now.
Well, first off, I forgot to take your poll off there, so congrats again on another poll for Ine Shotgun. That's a pretty good way to start the year right there, I would think, as we both were up there front row at Vegas. But do you think you continue the dominance that you established last season, both in getting polls and victories?
Um, I think so. I mean, I can't say that I'm gonna win that many races because there's a lot of talent here. I mean, let's be real. Everybody here can win. Front to back, I think everybody's got good pace to win and qualify. Really, a lot of the emphasis this season is going to be on qualifying due to what I did last season. I don't think anybody's going to let that slide like they did last season. So we got some work to do, but like I said, I wouldn't want to fight with anybody else. I like the squad that I built, and I've got a lot of faith in these guys. These guys are good, and they've been on this game a while. So
All right, Friday, you got anything for Shotgun?
First of all, Shotgun, thanks so much, bro. I am so pumped to be on your team, dude. And I'm going to try to be my best and come back to form and be, try to win some races and help the team wherever I can. I'll be on, I promise. And for the most part, I mean, how many races is it going to take to us be within 10 points? Maybe by week 5.
I'm not going to predict the future because I'm probably going to be wrong. But I think we got a good chance to dig out of this hole. Like I said, I like our squad. We got a lot of heavy hitters on this squad, so I look forward to it. And for that last round there, I really for the way that I drafted and for the way that I built my team, I just felt like you were the best, best way to go there at that pick for everything that you bring to the team that I have. I think that was a good pick there.
Yeah, we're going to be good, bro. Promise.
All right. So, congrats on the good draft, Shotgun, and good luck on Saturday night.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate it.
Yep. All right, one more interview. We got Deeds. It's getting late. I got school tomorrow. It'll be all good, though. We'll wait for Deeds to get in here.
How many classes do you have? What's your kind of schedule? Is it 4 or 6?
I have 8 periods.
8? Jesus. My daughter only has 4.
But one of those is lunch, and one of those is study hall. All right, we're giving him a second here. All right, so I guess we're just. Well, I want to wait till after we get all the interviews done and do our final rundowns, or else I would do them right now while we wait for him. But should be in here any second. He likes to take a minute. There he is. Got a copy?
You waiting for me?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right. Well, you dropped a really good team tonight with the 3rd overall pick to start it. How excited are you to race with this team this season?
Oh, I'm really stoked. I couldn't be happier. I mean, started that draft off right there with the guy who not only did he win the first race last season, but I mean, he came up one corner from being the champ. So he's got a little fire in his belly. Second pick in that draft was a guy who went winless and then won the championship race, which that he don't ever want to feel that again. So there's some fire in there. I was able to get Twisted Bush there. I was able to get him a little earlier than I thought, and I think Rebs knows that it's go time. So pretty excited because I'll tell you, it's not going to be an easy task to deal with either of these other teams. There's some stacked talent, boys.
All right. Well, I'll send it over to Boyko.
Well, it's partially my job to keep you guys in second place where you're at, but congrats on a solid draft. And who do you think is the project that you think is going to emerge most as a talent that we didn't think was going to be at the caliber they were projected as?
So I'll be honest, and congratulations on you getting picked over there, by the way, to Gridlock's team. I think that's going to be a great fit for you. But if I'm being honest, there's not a lot of guys in here whose talent would surprise me, if that makes sense. So like, I mean, seriously, how in the hell is honestly your bad going at number 8, right? So personally, to answer that question, the one I'm looking forward to the most is Foreign Fuel. I think he's got nowhere to go but up. He ain't got nothing to prove here. It's his first time. He's young. It's his first time running anything this competitive, and the stage doesn't seem too big for him. So I look for him to go up.
All right. And Fry Dog, you got any questions here for Deeds?
Dirty Deeds, dude.
Fry Dog.
This is season X, right?
It is 10 of them. You believe this? It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. And this is gonna be fun. I'm so glad you actually gave me an offer to actually drive again. I know last year didn't go the way I wanted to. No, I mean it. I
Well,
mean, yeah, I know.
Well, I
But
mean, hey, you got that. I always tell Shotgun, and he finally got one. But every time you jump in the party, listen, you got that badge on your jacket, right? Fry says champion, won 4
yeah,
races
and,
here.
and I'm
Yeah,
showing 11 guys in front of me that why I am a champion this year. So
yeah,
but let's get back to
yeah.
you. you're bad fast too. You drafted a good team. You got some more old heads, and then DD King's the young guy, right? So let's see what you guys can do this year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your team on that track with your leadership, going for 6-time team owner, or maybe 5-time because you got one time where you weren't the owner, but you really were the owner with Rainey.
Yeah, well, we call it Rainey's team, but I'm pretty sure we know who built that thing. Who did the hiring and firing, Fry? That's how you answer that. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing to have driven with guys here. When you look at the talent today, this is the equivalent of the most talented guys through every time of it coming out. All this, seasons. So, granted, these seasons have ran onto the same game many times, but the field has always been so stacked, and it's hard to win here. And to assemble a group of guys that's going to get along and just go out for a common goal, it takes a skill, and I've run with a lot of good ones.
All right. Got anything else, Fry?
No, I'm glad he's got a good team. I feel really confident on his team and everybody else's team in this league, and this should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, Deeds.
Yeah, it's going to be some great racing. I'll tell you one last thing is I cannot wait till this Las Vegas race tomorrow. It's going to be insane, boys.
2 days. All right. Okay. So, final rundowns of this. I'll give mine first. This was a good draft tonight. I didn't expect it to be 2 hours, but it was worth it because it was a fun draft. It was a good time, and it should be an exciting season. Trying to put out the headlines that could Season X be the best season yet, and to win it. And I think with how it looks right now, I mean, there's a chance it really could be the best. We'll see what happens. But excited for this season. It was great seeing all these names off the board tonight. Fifth Constant getting the number 1 overall pick. A lot of other names off the board as well. Boyko, what are your final takedowns of this race? This draft, not race.
Yeah, I think there was some good tactics taken by all three owners that you can easily point to in this draft with Gridlock. Whether he meant to or not, I think it's just naturally how the draft board aligned for him. But he was able to pick guys that were 6 points or less coming into this Las Vegas race. So whether it was just a perk coming along with how the picks fell, or he reached to make sure he got these guys. Rubber to asphalt starting with just 15 points, and that could be a big advantage. Shotgun, I think, was in a great position to stack his team with some really, really talented drivers, getting closing and hot one, and then pairing